some of the workshops were focused on actually pushing the students a bit further than they feel comfortable with, because many students have come from, say, a Muslim background where you don't talk about a lot of this stuff, or even, well, perhaps not even that, it's sort of general student aged 17 to 20 bracket often don't talk about personal problems. So if you're faced with somebody saying, I've got period pain, or I need to get the oral contraceptive pill, then trying to explain that sort of thing and what it means to a student who's never contemplated the idea of using a condom, or you know, the sorts of things that people on an everyday basis in an Australian culture might be asking for. So there was some aspects of just trying to push the students a bit to be more comfortable with everyday terminology that they might otherwise not normally come across. Some of the work that they did in the workshops was about questioning people to get more information out of them, and it was about sort of some of the students will come from a background where you hide your feelings, you don't let anything out, and they have this very blank look on their faces. And so when you're trying to tell them, yeah, I've got this really itchy rash, and it's just sort of, it's really itchy and it's very annoying, they'll just have a complete blank look and not actually, because they're focusing so much on understanding the English, it's not apparent that there's any sort of empathy there, or that they understand what you're talking about. So part of it was explaining to them that it's a really good idea to sort of feel some empathy, to think about how somebody might feel when they have a rash on their skin which is causing it to itch and it's very annoying. And so some of the students were pretty receptive to that and were able to take on the advice and sort of show some sort of empathy. There was a couple that possibly went a bit too far, and we had to bring them back to earth again. But that sort of thing, just to try and get them more comfortable with being in a typical English-speaking pharmacy environment.